It's Sky Art, Sky Art. Welcome to Disneyland. It's Sky Art, Sky Art. Welcome to Disneyland.
Hello, thank you for watching Sky Art. Welcome to another great episode of Sky Talk. Sky Talk is where I talk about my opinions, and this is just my opinions, okay? So today we're gonna talk about what's the difference between DCA and Disneyland. DCA is short, stand for Disney California Adventure. It does not mean Disneyland California Adventure. It's just Disney California Adventure without the land. And then it's short for DCA. So basically DCA and Disneyland, the land, they're neighbors. They're across from the street, and there's a big giant empty space in the middle between two land. You can, if you buy a park hopper ticket, a little more expensive than the one park one day, you can go to Disneyland, DCA, Disneyland, DCA. A lot of people like to just go they go Disneyland in the morning, DCA at night, or DCA in the morning, Disneyland at night. And then they're very different, but they're all the same Walt Disney Company. So I don't think Mr. Walt Disney envision that there's gonna be a DCA one day. So I guess that land was just like a parking lot, parking space, a big empty space. And then one day they just thought about, hey, let's bring another land across the street from Disneyland. Similar but a little different. So today we're gonna talk about what's the difference, in my opinion, between the two lands. So obviously the land, it's the size is almost the same as Disneyland. DCA is almost the same size as the Disneyland, and then they are divided. DCA is at the same way divided into different theme land. Every single Disneyland Disney theme park are all divided into different theme land. Different things. So the things in DCA is, when you enter, it's gonna be Buena Vista Street. To the left, it's gonna be Hollywoodland. Keep going, Bucks Land. All the way to the back, Cars Land. You turn to the right, Paradise Pier and Paradise Wharf. So there's a little confusion between Paradise Pier and Paradise Wharf. Paradise Wharf is mostly just I call it the international food court. It's like many cafeteria style food to eat. Paradise Pier is a little bigger, including the rides, games, restaurants, and a big giant lake, kind of like a lake, a pond in the middle for World of Color. And then on the bottom, it's a Grizzly Peak. So let's talk about the most famous rides and the most famous things that people always do at the DCA. First of all, the most famous attraction in the DCA is the Paradise Pier. It's called California Screaming. It's a really fast roller coaster. It's a roller coaster that Disneyland doesn't have. Disneyland doesn't have a big giant roller coaster that flips upside down. And then another one, it's also located at the Paradise Pier. It's called the Toy Story Midway Mania. The wait time is very, very long. If you don't get there early in the morning, wait time is usually 40 minutes, a long, long time. Okay. Another biggest attraction is the Cars Land. Cars Land has a lot of rides, but the most famous ride is the Radiator Springs Racers. So that one is very, very famous ride. Another famous ride is the one that's closed right now. It used to be the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Now it's soon to be the future Guardian of the Galaxy. Okay, let's talk about food. One of the most famous food place to eat at the DCA is the Cathay Circle Restaurant or the Cathay Circle Lounge. Did you know there's a lounge inside the restaurant? Yes. So the Cathay Circle Restaurant is a very fine dining. It serves Southern California modern cuisine. It has wine and cocktail. It's located at the end of the Buena Vista Street before you going into the Hollywoodland or the Bucksland or going to the Carsland directions. Okay, so that was a very, very famous restaurant, and you need to make reservation. And it's quite pricey. It's a little more expensive. Another one that's very famous is the Pacific Wolf Cafe. It has salad, soup, sandwiches, and then you know the very famous like soup they put into the bread, and then they cut the top and then make it look like a Mickey face. So Mickey face soup, Mickey soup. Another one is just recently got very, very, very popular is the Cove Bar at the Paradise Pier. They serve beer, wine, cocktail, non-alcohol, and they have lobster nachos, and then sliders, and then they have like secret menu drinks like the zombie, the colorful Mickey wheel drink, and they have zombie. What else they have? I don't drink, so I'm not too familiar with that. And the most popular thing people do at night is to watch the World of Color. You can buy those dining packages in the front. Yeah, and then so yeah, I guess that's it. There's another one that's pretty famous, but it's shut down all the time. It's the Grizzly River Run. It shut down a lot, so I don't know. It's only open in the summer or something. The Grizzly River Run is a water ride that you will get all wet at the end. And then right now there's another one that they just newly renovated. It's by the Grizzly Peak. It's soaring over the world. It used to be soaring over California, and now they changed to soaring over the world. So ever since they changed to soaring over the world, it's been really, really popular. So long way. Yeah. So that's all the most famous things to do, famous place to eat at the DCA. Okay, so another big giant difference between the DCA and Disneyland is that DCA is more for adults. But of course, you can see the kids there. Kids like to go to the Bucksland, the Carsland. But every other land is mostly for adults, like the Paradise Pier and the Pacific Wolf and the Grizzly Peak. And especially, I think, for the Cathay Circle Restaurant. And then there's another great restaurant located at the wait, where is it? Trying to find it. Yes, the Wine Country Trattoria. It's an Italian restaurant and the Sonoma Terrace. You can there's a lot of like wine in that restaurant. So most people know about the Cathay Circle restaurant. Most people don't know about the Wine Country Trattoria. Okay, so it's really cool. I dine in both of the restaurants. It's really good. The Wine Country is outdoor, so you can have a lot of great scenery. So Even though it's a serve alcohol, it does not say, oh, kids cannot come to DCA. But when I go to DCA, I found mostly the kids are a little older, like more like a teenage side, like a lot of school, and then the kids would tour and go there, and then yeah. So, what is your favorite part of the DCA, and what do you think is the big difference between DCA and Disneyland? Well, I think size. I think the DCA size might be a little smaller than Disneyland. Because when I go to Disneyland, I couldn't like walk the whole land. I couldn't go to every single street. And then because it would be like a lot too much walking. But when I go to DCA, sometimes I could go to the Paradise Pier, walk to the Cars Land, back to the Hollywood Land, and then yeah, it would be like okay for me, the walking distance. Okay, so talk about the Buena Vista Street. It's located in the front. And then it's similar to Main Street, but a little shorter. The Hollywoodland is like, I don't know what Hollywoodland represents because they changed it a lot. Hollywoodland used to be like you know, this and that, and then they added the Elsa, Anna from Frozen, me and Gree, Olaf, me and Gree. Then they added the Marvel superhero, Captain America and Spider-Man, me and Gree over there. And then other than that, it's just not really, it doesn't have a really big thing going on. And a Bugs Land, it's like really cute. But it's like, I don't think every time you go DCA you want to go visit a Bugs Land, because it's like those things that those places you just visit like a couple times a year. So Cars Land is a big attraction. Basically Cars Land, it's really cool. It's actually the big size model of what you see in the movie. So when I first go in there, I was really amazed of how they really made it look like you will actually feel you're really inside the movie. So Cars Land is a big must attraction. And Paradise Pier, I don't know if you want to compare Paradise Pier with the New Orleans Square, because they both have like a river, like the Disneyland have the River of America in the New Orleans Square, but they're like a different vibe. Because Paradise Pier, it just makes you feel like this is the I think the one of the place, the main attraction place in DCA that really represent the California sunshine vibe. So there's a Mickey Fun Wheel, the Mickey Wheel, Silly Symphony Swings, and then California Screaming. So those are the rides, because like when you think about California, I think about sunshine, roller coasters, and then there's like I think that water represent that pond, that lake, the mini lake, just represent like the beach, the ocean, the Pacific Ocean, because that's what California is: surfing, beach, ocean. And there's a really interesting restaurant next to it, the Cove Bar I just talked about, the Ariel's Grotto. It's it's like you dining by the beach, and you have the view of the California Screaming and Mickey's Fun Wheel. Oh, I know what it almost represents. It almost represents Santa Monica. Santa Monica has a restaurant. It's right next to the beach. It has like a roller coasters and a game. Yes. There's also the game you can play the games of the boardwalk. Yes, so Paradise Pier to me it represents like almost like Santa Monica Beach, sunshine, roller coaster, great food, and games. Yeah. So that's really cool. So and the Grizzly Peak is basically like a mountain climbing trails, and you know, like the national park, that kind of area. And the Buena Vista Street is a little bit like the, you know, like it's in the, you know, in the 50s, in the 60s, and all the characters in there all dressed in like the 40s, 50s, 60s costume. So it takes you back in the older times. Yeah, so that's a big difference. And the big huge difference between DCA and Disneyland is DCA you can drink alcohol. Almost every single restaurant I think serving alcohol, I'm not too sure, but you can check. But I know almost every single restaurant, even doesn't matter if it's the fast food service or cafeteria style or sit down restaurant, they all serve wine. And one time I was inside the Carthay Circle Lounge, I did see some alcohol that has Disney design on it. So I'm not sure if that's like the Disneyland wine, or they just put the label on some other company's wine. So when you go to DCA, and then one thing I can also feel is that there more sun in DCA. I don't know if they purposely didn't want to plant too much big giant tree to block the sun, and then have too much shade to block out the California sun. I don't know if they did it on purpose. They want you to enjoy the California sun, California sunshine, yeah, that kind of thing. So to me, it feels like Hollywoodland. They want to make it, like the city Hollywood, the movies, that kind of feel. And then Paradise Pier is a little feeling of like Santa Monica, the beach, the pier, the fun, roller coaster. Yeah, and then but they also wanna give you the cause the Northern California is the having a lot of wine. A lot of people go there to the Northern California to have vacation. They to visit the winery. So a lot of the restaurant will give you that kind of feel like you're visiting the wine, like the wine country, Trattoria. It's kind of make you feel like, hey, you really go visit the winery. They really have like some landscape plans planned like you're really in the winery area. So and of course, because since this is from Disneyland, they have to have some cartoon. So the Cars Land, the Bugs Land represent the cartoon side. Yes. So yeah, there's not so DCA and DC compared to Disneyland is that DCA doesn't really have a lot of the major big rides. They only have like a few, but not a lot, not like 6, 7 like Disneyland. And the food, it's not doesn't have a lot of like the special food like Disneyland. I mean, DC's food is still great, but it's not like doesn't have a lot of like different thing restaurant like Disneyland. But if you love alcohol, you're adult, you can go. And then you never been to California, when you come over here, I recommend you go to DCA so you can get what California sunshine is all about. If you like alcohol, you can go to DCA. There's cheaper alcohol, it's more expensive alcohol, different kinds of cocktails going on. So those you can go there. And then for the price, I think it's okay, right? Because the Hopper Park ticket, it's only a little bit more than just one park a day, so you can go enjoy. And then they also have World of Color at night. So thank you for watching. God bless you and God bless me. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you for watching Sky Art.